How you doing? I'll wait for us to go live where I can see me on the screen. Hello. I am very excited to be here. I am just waiting. There's always a delay. I see you guys see me. Hi friends. So I'm waiting for it to go live on my laptop. I'm waiting for it to go live. There we go. There it goes. Hi friends. Happy Friday night. I haven't seen you guys for a month. It's so crazy. It's been such a long time. I hope that you're doing well, and I'm very excited to see you here either on Friday night, Saturday morning, whatever time it is in your part of the world. Can you hear me loud and clear? All the things that we need to do when we go live, especially for a girl who goes live who hasn't been here for a while. And then when the athlete comes down, I think the charger I'm using is fine, but it's not my normal laptop charger. So just hoping. Hi Sharon. Hi Claire. Hi Lisa. Hi. How you doing, friends? Hi Jennifer. Hello Alyssa. How you guys doing? So much has been happening, and it feels like I haven't been here for a very long time, which I kind of haven't. Hi Keisha. Hi Connie. Hi friends. Teresa. How you doing? So I have just got home on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday from the UK. I was teaching. I did some vacationing, some sightseeing, and I also taught on a cruise out of Southampton to Norway, which was magical. I would have to say, if you're ever thinking about it, or you weren't thinking about it, probably even more so if you weren't thinking about it, absolutely magical is what I would say. When we were there and kind of touring around and going through the fjords and went up, I don't, what do you call it, like that cable car, and looked over the lakes and the ship and all the rest of it. It was literally, Rich and I looked at each other and we're like, I can't even believe something this beautiful exists. So it was really wonderful. And then had a great group on the cruise with us, had a lot of fun crafting and connecting, and then got off the ship, dropped Rich off at Heathrow, went in for a few days into London. I love to stay in the Shoreditch area, so I was in the Shoreditch area, and then was good. I only was down one day out of that where probably it just all caught up with me and I needed a little rest. And then I was off to Birmingham to teach, Birmingham, to teach for my friends Jackie and Sarah. And it was good. I had to shake off. I didn't have to shake off Rich. You know, Rich was coming home to golf, so he couldn't be away that long. Oh, I got the dented can. Were you able to open it?
Yeah, that's why it's open.
I had a can in the car. Thank you, hun. If you get a chance, will you look if I had the charger in the bedroom? He comes down here and pokes through my stuff. I'm like, don't touch my stuff.
Charger are you looking for?
The laptop one, the big base one. They're saying, hi, Rich. Hello. He said he's on a task. So it was wonderful. I had 2 classes, taught the same thing on the Saturday and Sunday. And oh my goodness, those ladies were so welcoming. And my mother came to visit us while we were there from heaven. There was an attendee there named Sheila Smith, which is crazy because that's my mother's name, Sheila Smith. And then the last prize I drew at the cruise, or pardon me, in the class, the last prize was Sheila Smith. And I kept it together, cried a little bit, and then when I was texting Devin to tell her, the floodgates open, but I really feel like Sheila loved this. If you guys have been around for a while, she was always here. She always showed up. She was always watching in the background, always super proud of her baby girl, and she showed up there. So it was freaky. It was really, like, I feel like you need to be open to that, because if you've lost someone special, I think that they do show up in ways, and even if I'm making it up, it makes me feel like she's giving me a big hug. So it's good. You'll notice voice issues. I really, now that I'm home, need to go and get a doctor's appointment to figure out what's going on with my vocal cords. So I apologize if it annoys you. I am Peter Brady tonight. I cannot be in the band because I can't hit any notes. I can't even speak. So, yeah. So anyway, that is kind of an overview. I'm going to print pictures. If you guys did the Flower Emporium album with me, I'm going to be doing a couple lives where we just hang out, and I'm going to film my album. And I think that's going to be fun. I will definitely be taking the Flower Emporium album and putting photos in it. So you can hit the tambourine and look cute. Exactly right, Kristen? Or whatever, finger symbols, because now the voice is crazy. So I'm just excited. So much has gone on. This release, Mistletoe Memories, which I'm super excited about. It's my second release with 49 and Market. I did do a walkthrough with Janine, but I felt like we need to do it together because I need to touch the things. So I feel like that was an amuse-bouche. You guys were excited. Lots of you guys have been ordering from your favorite scrapbook stores online from my kits. And I know all of us very much appreciate it. And now I want to kind of do a walkthrough and talk about why things were created and the intention that goes behind the design. I'm always interested in that when people talk about kind of the inspiration and what goes into any kind of visual things, right? So, or even movie making, any of that stuff. I love the behind the scenes. So it's kind of, right? A kind of a behind the scenes. I feel like I need to spend the time with my VBoo crew doing this. So I'm very excited that you guys are joining me. I know a lot of you will watch live and then a lot will watch after the fact. So with this, I'm going to say it right from the beginning is I'm going to do 2 giveaways for $150 Canadian to vickybooten.com that you can put towards if you haven't bought this kit or if you're going to wait till the fall one. I'm going to give 2 away. So one I will give away live tonight. So near the end, we'll do that kind of quick scroll and I'll just land on a name. And then I will, for the comments, so you get 2 chances to win. If you're watching live, you get the chance during the live. And then you can leave a comment on the video when the video's done. And in a week's time, next Friday, I will choose a winner, randomly select a winner. Thank you, hon. And you have 2 chances to win. And I just think the gift certificates are easy because then you can put it towards whatever you like. But even if you are international, you can use it towards access only. What are you looking for? He's back. The athlete is back and causing trouble. Causing trouble, like always, right? So very happy to have you guys here. Without further ado, I'm going to flip the camera, Blair with ya, and I'm going to switch plugs as well so I make sure that my laptop doesn't die, or otherwise I can't see what you guys are saying. So let's do the things. Are you ready? Like I said, you guys have already had a look through, but I went through and organized embellishments. I want to talk to you about the albums. For any of my, put your hand up if you're going to be with us in Texas. I see that Cherie is here. So she's going to be, for sure, she's going to be with me in Texas. But I'm going to be teaching the flip book in Texas. I know a lot of you guys have emailed. I haven't put it up yet because I'm still finalizing some product. I want to add a little bit more. But I have very limited number of that. But I'm going to do the access only for that. Is going to be super inexpensive. It'll happen after Texas. So I think it'll be a great way for you to support your local stores. Like I said, I only have a very small amount I bought of extra of those kits, but I wanted it to kind of be something that we could do on top of, because I know you guys are really great with supporting me and supporting all your independent retailers, your favorite scrapbooking stores, because without them, without us, right, it's, what would we be doing on a Friday night? I don't even know. Laundry? Something, right? So it's very exciting. Let's go and do the things. Hi, Heather. How are you? You're not late. You know I talk. I'm a chatty. So yes, if you watch the walkthrough with Janine, her and I sat and completed the whole flip. I have it in its natural form, so you can see exactly what comes in that. And it's funny because I've been talking to some friends who are selling the Mistletoe Memories, and they have been saying that the flip book is flying off the shelf. So if you are a retailer and you weren't sure and you didn't really order very many of them in, you have lots of time to get that in with the flip stand. And like I said, I'm going to put the class portion for me up for like a very low amount because I want it to be something that supports my retailers. So it will happen after the Texas event because that is long sold out, but I will be doing that. Question: are you doing access only for cut and paste? Yes, Helen. I get home and it has been crazy town since I arrived on Tuesday night. My daughter has wanted a lot of time with me and the cat. And so between the two of them, I have not got as much done as I'd like to. So yes, cut and paste will go up. I will put some share sale links up to product because my kits are all gone. Like literally what I'm using in the class, I don't even have like anything extra. That one was crazy. It sold out and it was very hard for me to locate. So yes, I will be putting that up and I'll send a newsletter out, right? Oh, granddaughter, grandson, and kitten. Oh, daughter and yeah, grandson, kitten. That's true. Although he's really is my child. He's my child. She likes to pretend, right? Question: where do you get the flip book? I'm going to be listing a few of them on my website, Jill, but I have not put it up because I am still deciding what additional product I want to put in. I put an order in for Texas, obviously. The majority is going there, and I literally, very few that I'm going to be selling myself, but you'll be able to access. I'll put a list up of the product. So, yeah, we'll do that. But that's coming. We'll talk about it at the end. But it's going to be kind of my gift. Like I said, that class for the access only is going to be incredibly inexpensive. And it will be a day that we can spend together doing the projects. And it'll be good. Okay, so let's flip the camera. I talk a lot. And I've missed you guys. I have so much to share, right? So just a second. You know, we got to do the Blair Witch. I've been talking about this, that I bought all of the things to set up the two cameras. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, that I can get that done. There's no rest for the wicked because now I'm currently in the middle of massive design stuff because that's just kind of the way things go, right? So let me adjust that. I'm glad you guys all got to see my belly. That's always fun, right? Hey, don't lean on the counter, Vicki. So any questions? When should I expect it? I want to make sure I have the room ready. The product, Cherie, we'll talk because I haven't got my product yet. It's still coming, and then Greta is away for a week, so it will be a little bit. It'll be a little bit. Okay, so I'll let you know, but we'll talk. You promised me a kit from Texas previously, Jill. Just email me. You know I've got you. But this is not, I won't remember a thing we talk about tonight. And I'm still super jet lagged. So definitely just email me. I love that my friend Greta is going to be helping me with the info@vickybooten.com emails. So you will be getting way quicker responses to your emails because we know that I can't manage all the things, so she's stepping up and helping with a lot of that stuff. So, yeah, email me. Cherie is the one who's doing the event in Texas. She's awesome. And I will be doing or getting in touch with you. I saw your email. I know, I owe you an email. I absolutely love it all. Cannot wait till it comes to Australian stores. Yes, it's going to be fun, right? So without further ado, I would like to present to you my second collection with my lovely friend Janine from 49 and Market. It is called Mistletoe Memories. So let's start with this because I really feel like this is pretty and online doesn't do it justice. So I love that she does these zipper totes. So this is a zipper tote. It has the little charm on here for VB. That's me, right? I love it. I have inside, it comes with a pack of enamel dots as well. So it is very fun. You're watching it on a big TV. I love that, Irene. But hopefully, I flossed my teeth and everything, so I didn't have any supper in my teeth or anything on your big screen. So I love the tote. One of the papers that was my favorite was the text paper, and I think the background of this is super cute. So no bags with this one. There is an exclusive pin that I had created with Janine that is on my website. For my friends in Texas, I will be bringing some of these items. I will have some of the class kits. So if you are going to be there, you can pick them up for me there. But yeah, this is adorable. So this is the Mistletoe Memories zipper tote. It's a beautiful size. It will fit lots of stuff. When I travel, I use this. I'm looking at it right now, is my, the one from Flower Emporium. So I love these. So if you didn't grab one of these, definitely get it from your favorite scrapbook store. You can add it to your kit. But I wanted to show you that because then that's the logo. I think it turned out really cute. Melissa did a really beautiful job on that. So I like to start with paper because I really feel with paper crafting and how I paper craft, I really feel like the paper is a very important part of all of this. I love all the embellishments and everything else, but there's so much thought that goes into the paper. Let me just have a drink. Sorry, friends. That I think it's the best place to start when we do a walkthrough. So I'm going to walk through the 6x8 paper pad. I'm going to walk through your starters pack, which is the paper that is sold as open stock. And as well, this is your bases, really a lot of it for your double page layouts or your singles. So we're going to talk about that. That's the starters pack. The staples pack is like cardstock, but it's not cardstock, but it is the paper you would use for matting, card making. We're going to go through that. And then the paper pad, which is a new thing with 49 and Market, right? I love pattern paper, so it wasn't enough. I didn't have enough layering pattern, so this is something that if you are a store owner, I think it's really important to display this for people to know that everything that's in this paper pad is not available in the open stock or the starter or the staples pack. It is completely exclusive to the paper pad. So we'll do this last. I think we will start with the starters, and then we'll wrap up with the 6x8. So let's get started. But yes, the paper pad, and it's stunning. I find the colors are very vibrant. The weight of the paper is as heavy as what you're used to with 49 and Market. So definitely, you might have missed this. Did anybody miss the paper pad? Is it one of those things that you weren't really aware of because it's not something that was available before? Because I do feel like the paper pad might have gone missed, right? It might have been missed. So let's talk about starters. So the concept with the starters is a lot of these will work to make a double page layout. You can use them as singles. The B-sides are still great for your layering and your mats. Great for card making. The scale is a different size on your 12x12. So the starter pack, which really awesome with this, is you get a B-side of art to your package. What would you call this? Opener, or the kind of descriptive front cover. The back side is this lovely red polka dot, which I feel like you need with Christmas collections. So with Mistletoe Memories, my whole idea, there's a lot of black in here, but I love it because we will be able to paint with some distress ink and different inks. So I think that that will be fun, right? The other thing that's important to know, there's 10 sheets in here. There's only one sheet of each design. So for you to get your max impact of or use out of this, you're going to want 2 collection pack or 2 of the starter packs. Okay, that's super important. Is there's 10 sheets, but it's 10 designs. There's only one of everything, and then this is a bonus. Okay? So with intention, there's a lot of papers when you go through here. that are going to be, you could cut this apart, you could use it for matting, but I think this gives you a great kind of page breakdown for building a layout. So you have this lovely bright green, there's distress and texture in there. The B side of this paper is your 3x4 cutout. So this might be one that you want to buy extra of this in your open stock, because you could take 2 sheets and do a double with a green and your stripe on the outside. You could lay it like this, and then you have like a breakdown of top and bottom, right? So a lot of these paper, the other thing is this you could use with anything. You could use this with Flower Emporium, and you're going to find we're trying really hard to keep a lot of our greens the same throughout my collection, Dennis's, Joanne's, so that if you love this green, it's going to be a common green. So we might have lots of them, but a lot of these colors will work from collection to collection, which I already did with American Crafts. So I love that we're really kind of being conscious of carrying that through. So I'm going to go through all the papers, and then I'm going to show you how a lot of these mix and match. And I love it. It's a bright shade of green. It's really fun. Oh my goodness, this paper, right? You could use this paper exactly as it is. You could cut the snow globe out, but I love this idea that we could layer all the pieces on here when we get into the ephemera pack. There's bits that were created exactly. We have like little villages, we have a deer, we have trees. So you know we're going to do something beautiful with this. And then look at the linen. Look at that linen texture. So you know what I mean? To keep it where it's still true to Vicki Boutin and it still works with 49 and Market and the people who are diehard 49 and Market, that you will find that these will work. It will work. It still is the style you like to scrapbook with or in is going to still work with a lot of this, right? And then you have the kind of watercolor globe. The backside is a lovely craft, and it says Mistletoe Kisses, Holiday Wishes. So Holiday Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses. So that is a great layering piece. It's a neutral. That's the B side of that paper. This paper I love because I wanted to do it, right? Look at. Question, Vicki. Are 2 packs of this pad in the kit? Yes, there are. There's 2 packs of it. So, but look at. I love that for breaking down a layout. Oh my goodness. And now we've already done like a grid. We have a square, because you know I like my squares and circles because it looks very mixed media. This is made from one of my gel plate backgrounds, right? And then we've just tinted it red, but how fun for double page layouts, right? So I'm skipping ahead, but this is paper starters, paper number 3. And then the B side, of course, is a ledger, but with a crinkled paper in here, it still gives it a vintage vibe. But again, these can all be used. It doesn't have to be used with Christmas. You could use it with Valentine's Day, birthday layouts. So there is definitely stuff that's themed, but a lot of this, I love that Christmas, we have a lot of it, right? So some things are definitely going to be Christmas forward, but a lot of these pieces you could use outside of the holidays. Even in the ephemera packs, you're going to find there's a lot of this stuff, right? Yes, I haven't even talked about the branding strip. Adriana, I'm cheating, right? So we'll look at some of them as we flip. So this one is starters number 4. And again, this lovely texture on here. So you can put photos in these. We can cluster ephemera. It's going to be a lot of fun. You could cut this apart to put in your 4x6 openings in your pocket pages for December Daily, documenting December. If you guys still do that, which you know I love. So the B side of this one is a, what would you call this? A grid, graph paper. But then look at intentionally with some little paint drips. But look what it works with. So it totally works as a B side to this one. But then you know when we go in, the shade of green is the same, that you can mix them with a lot of different things, right? So that is your starters 4. And then of course I have to have a wreath in there, but I love that this wreath, you can totally layer embellishments on here. There are poinsettia flowers in here. It's a base. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is starters number 5. Again, with all of the distressing on here. It's very pretty. You could stencil in the middle of it. You could use the layering rub-ons. It's very fun. So again, starters number 5. And then look at this beautiful wood grain and grays. I love this because they're neutral. So it doesn't matter what color you decorate for the holidays. Everything should match on this paper. So even if you go with really bright, you could incorporate pinks. You can incorporate teals of other papers in here, and it's still going to go with this kind of neutral leaning traditional Christmas. Traditional as much as, Vicki gets traditional, but I love this. This is a starters paper number 5. Are you finding any favorites yet? I hope so. I love this one. I love the tree design on this one. This is starters paper number 6. And look at, you have like a whole scene that you can layer photos on. You could cut pieces out. You can layer it with other things. It is starters paper number 6. This is the A side. And then the B side is this tree branch, which, do you notice, when we get to starters paper number 7, there you go. You have another A and B side. How fun is that? And then there is going to be, let me cheat and I'll show you. On starters paper number 8, you have your A and B side. So I listen to you, for my friends who love doing double page layouts. You don't have to really think about it. A lot of the bases are here and we can layer away. So when we do those 10 plus layouts, by the time we're done, we're going to have like 20 plus layouts. And it's going to be great for the mini albums too. So you saw right on this paper, you had your A and B side with starters 6 and 7, and then with 8 as well. So that is a starters paper number 6 with this lovely kind of mint color. And then these trees are like green to black, which I love. Can't you imagine? Stickles on here, putting like glittery snow. It's going to be a lot of fun. So this was starters number 7. We saw the front of it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about the black? I know my friend Natalie will love it. But my thought is that I could go in here and I could totally highlight with my Copics. I could color it in with watercolor because the paper is definitely heavy enough to carry that. But now do you see I've always wanted to do a black forward holiday line, but still with traditional color, because then I figure it doesn't matter what your decor colors, that this will match. And I do love the kind of, I don't know, it adds a little zhuzh, right? A little something special. So this is your starters paper number 7. Yeah, and we're talking about, like, look at all those little strips that are all going to be border strips, right? Oh, I love them. Elegant. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Deb. Elegant. A little zhuzh. So this is starters paper number 7, the B side of this. Look at that. Is just a neutral craft. So when we're talking about things, it matches this. So I can do an A and a B side. I'm mixing all my papers up now because I get so excited. I got to show you right away. What else? So you get what I'm saying, right? That a lot of these are meant to be used together. All created with intention. So again, that was your starters paper number 7. I love the craft. I love craft for Christmas. I really do. I love red on here is beautiful. Like, look at when you put your reds on here. Even if you use yellow, which I like yellow, right, for stars and such. But it's so pretty. It's a neutral. So I love that. And like I said, do you notice that you could use this? Like, if you love this, buy 10 sheets of it in open stock. And it will be great as a double page layout. You can turn it like this. You could cut out of it. You know we're going to do all the things. And then the little strip on here is the star one. I love it. So again, this was your starters paper number 7. This is a favorite. I love this, that we can cut circle photos, that you can cluster the little birds. I know Natalie can't wait to use the birds. We can put the rub-ons in here. This is starters paper number 8. Starters paper number 8. And look at, you still can use it, right, with some of these. Do you find that this walkthrough and me holding all this up close and stuff, that it's helpful? because I know some of you might have been on the fence and you're like, do I really need another Christmas line? Or I wanted to see when Vicki walks through it. I'm still not sure. I hope you're seeing that the intention that went in here, because I'm totally going to do watercolor painting on the background of this and stenciling. Like, I just feel like I wanted to give you things that are just kind of a starter, and then we can layer the heck out of these, right? So this one is your starters paper number 8. The B side is what I showed you already that went with the other side of the trees. I love it, right? Look at this one. I love grids, and I think that this is fun because we can cut the little squares out of it. Just imagine cutting some of these little interior squares out, backing it with something else, sewing on it. It looks quilted, but it also is great for lining things up, having this kind of like little grid pattern. So this one is your starters paper 9. The B side is 4x6s, which look how fun these are. I tried to keep them very simple because there is so much embellishment in this kit. So I wanted them to be pretty naked, and then we could go in and things that could be used vertically and horizontally. I love it. So this is, and then your little bit of yellow, which is a nice pop of color in here. So this one is a starters paper number 9, and the back side is your 4x6s. And then starters paper number 10 is the tag sheet. It's the tag sheet. So look how pretty. Neutral, just fun things that you can add. This one has the art on it. The B side is just a little bit more pattern, less words, because there is so much embellishment, titles, all these layers that you can add. And I feel like tag paper, the investment for a sheet of paper, as opposed to us putting this in an embellishment pack of just tags, is what, like under $2? So I always love the tag paper. You know, it's something we do. I wanted to see though, because this green, remember, let's look. So see this green? Look what it goes with. Ta-da! Look. When you go through here, there are so many pieces that are going to make double page layouts. So you don't even have to think about it. You don't even have to get in there, and you don't have to stencil if you don't want to. A lot of it is just done for you. So that is your starters pack. So what's muy importante? All of this is available in open stock. So if you're like, I really only want to invest in one starters pack, I don't need 2, but I do want to get extras of some of these papers. All of these papers are available in open stock, right? So I love that it's Christmas, but you certainly are going to be able to use it all year. Green is a great neutral. Craft is a great neutral. So I love that. So this is the starters pack. Let's move on to our, I forget what Dennis said. It's cardstock, not cardstock. Cardstock, not cardstock. So when we're doing this, we can talk about ink colors, because I know this is very important. You want to know what ink colors match, and I pulled everything I could find that matches this. So this is your staples pack. So when we're referring to anything that is like a base background, great for layering, for matting, for cards, these are your staples, your solids, not solids, your cardstock, not cardstock. Right? So the B side, you get a bonus, is this green, which I absolutely love, right? A lot of people love this because I find with all of these staples pack, you can buy mine, you can buy Dennis, you can buy Joanne's, and you don't ever have to buy cardstock again. Because like I said, we're working on making these colors that if you use this shade of pink, it's going to be the same Pantone if a Dennis does something with pink or Joanne has that shade of pink. So I'm really excited about that you buy them. These are things I'd probably invest in. I'd get extra of the staples packs because if you like the color palette, you can use it outside of, but the texture might be different from collection to collection, right? This one, we've opted for linen and polka dots. So let's go through this. And I'm also, when I flip it, I will show you the distressing colors that match, and then you know I will post the whole list of colors, okay? So this is your Staples. Like I said, the B side of that cover sheet is a lovely forest green polka dot. Staples 1 is this bright red. You get 2 sheets of each of this paper, except for that one I just showed you with the green polka dot, because it is just on the back of the opener sheet. So Staples 1 is this lovely red, and then the B side of it is this peachy polka dot. So when we start to look at colors, I think the closest one to this one is Fired Brick. So this one, look at that. Pretty close match, right? Fired Brick. So that is one of the reds that match here. And this one is kind of matches. Saltwater Taffy, right? Kind of matches. But it's not exact, right? But I would say if you wanted to use that pink, you could use that one. Saltwater Taffy. These are regular distress. They're not oxides. Okay, so far we have Fired Brick, Saltwater Taffy. That is with Staples paper number 1. There are 2 sheets of it. This next one is Staples paper number 2. It is kind of, what would you call that? Almost a raspberry pink, pinky red. And then the back side is this lovely maroon. Lovely maroon. So I find the maroon goes pretty darn good with aged mahogany. Look at that. Very nice. I don't think this red really matches a distress ink color. Okay, this pinky one, Staples 2. But it's okay. You don't need every single ink color, right? But that one I would say, meh. Not really. Festive Berries, I'd say no, not really. But Festive Berries does match some of the reds in here. So I won't poo-poo the Festive Berries. We'll throw that on there, okay? And aged mahogany. But that is your A and B side of paper number 2. I love a good yellow. And this one is Staples paper number 3. It definitely matches Fossilized Amber with intention, right? Question, did I hear there are 2 sheets of each? Yes. In this one are 2 sheets of each, so you get both patterns in there, right? So the green, let's look. Did I think? So I would say the closest is Rustic Wilderness for this one. Rustic Wilderness. Yes, except for the cover sheet. Correct, Tina. This one, which is a little bit different green. Oh, and the color that matched that one, I think, is Pine Needles. Pine Needles. That's another green that will go with this, Pine Needles. And it matches throughout the collection too. You know what, Duffy is, but yellow, I think, for Christmas, right, with stars and there's different things. I just think it's a nice neutral at Christmas time. So, but you know, if you followed me, I love yellow. Some don't like it. I love it. So that is your Staples number 3. It has that like a little dirtier green. I love it. And then Staples number 4 is this lovely, look at that kind of corduroy linen. And then the B side is this lovely bright green. So this is your Pine Needles. And oops, I'm throwing stuff on the floor. And your Mowed Lawn. Because it's the closest. Like, I feel like we could have another green in this. But there's your Mowed Lawn. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. So, like I said, I will list those colors again. But that is your Staples number 4. And then this one is Staples 5. It is this lovely minty color. And I would say the Distress ink colors don't really match this mint. I did not like Tumbled Glass, or what other one did I look at? They don't match. They don't match. But I love this. This is Staples number 5. I love this color. It's a mint. I'd say it's a mint green, right? So that is your set of staples. You have all of these lovelies. Like I said, I didn't put snowflakes on them so you could use them. Ice spruce, not really, Kristen. It's a mint, and you know we've always talked about that in the palette there's not a mint, there's not a peach. Like they're just, right? You don't have every color. There's 10 million colors. Maybe you could mix and make one. But it's still beautiful. Like I said, look at all these ink colors that I pulled. I don't think you'll have a shortage of ink. Pine needles, mowed lawn, rustic wilderness, evergreen bough, fossilized amber, aged mahogany, festive berries, fired brick, and saltwater taffy. And then we haven't even shared the browns yet. There are browns right with the craft, frayed burlap, gathered twigs, and walnut stain all go really beautifully with this. So we'll put those down here. Can you see them all, Nat? But you don't have to screenshot it. I'm going to do something pretty up on Canva, but if you want to screenshot it. Those colors match. Okay? So let's keep going, because now we get to look at the paper pad, which I love the paper pad. These are, yes, Tim Holtz Distress ink colors, not oxide. They're just regular distress. There's lots of fun stuff coming, so we're good, we're good. So now we have a paper pad, because those are beautiful patterns, but if you know me, I'm going to use most of them for bases. Well, what am I going to cut up and mat and layer? Because I don't do a lot of the art decided for you in the background. I would rather we cut it out. I like to pop things up. So I needed more pattern paper. And that is why this is different for 49 and Market, is it wasn't really a thing. Like that's the paper you saw there is all they had. And I'm like, well, I need more. Because I am a girl who always needs more. So in this pad is 24 sheets, 2 sheets of each design, so 12 double-sided paper. So in essence, there are 24 patterns times 2, right? Because you have an A and B side. So you ready? We, of course, have to have a lovely floral. It is my jam. And you need a lovely floral, and this one is perfect to fussy cuss. So it is these beautiful poinsettias. It's on this kind of neutral background. So that is the A side of this paper. And then, of course, we need a candy cane stripe. I'm going to do it kind of sideways. That's your B side of this paper. With intention, it is the first 12 patterns and then the second 12. So if you are a store and you want to split this to kit for a class, now you won't have to take the whole pad apart. You can just break it in half, right? Split it in half and you'll get half of the pad. So there's your floral. The B side is this lovely candy cane. And like I said, the paper is super thick, right? We need a tone on tone in that green. And this is your little pine boughs. And I love it. It's a neutral. It works great for card making, for die cutting. If you love cut files, if you like to stamp and die cut, this will be a great neutral. The B side is this lovely black plaid, which I love plaids at Christmas time. I think it's great for mixing pattern. So you have this lovely black plaid that, again, you don't have to use just with the holidays. I have to have my circles, and I love things that look paper pieced, so it looks like we took a whole bunch of our favorite patterns, or maybe wrapping paper, punched the 1.5 inch circles out and laid them on the background. So this could, of course, be punched out. Can't you imagine punching them out and then stitching? So maybe you could do, maybe I'll do that, one of my layouts, like confetti. So you could do like little circles hanging from the top of the page with a stitch through it. And it could be like little confetti strips. I think that's really fun. Do you like the hand motions? So that is your A side of that sheet. And then the B side is this red and black plaid. Again, all your barcodes you can use because there's no hole punched in the center of this paper. I wanted to tie the pink in a nice traditional way, so you have your holly leaves with a little bit of music note paper coming through, so it looks kind of like worn wallpaper, and then you have the pink background. Well, I feel like at Christmas time your plaids are your neutrals, right? Your plaids are your neutrals. I have some samples that Natalie made, and as well Julie Taylor, and I will show you the samples at the end. I haven't had a chance to make anything, but you wait, it's funny because both of them chose one of the same papers. So when I show it to you, you're going to see it's going to be a fan favorite. So of course we have this text. That's what the pencil case was made out of. I love it. You know I love book paper. I think it's a great linear neutral. So you have this green background with the crinkles in it. I know you love that paper, and you're going to laugh because when I opened it, you know I love that paper, so you guys both loved it. So when I share the layouts, we'll have a little chuckle. So some snowflakes, but in a neutral. I think it's really fun. It's very elegant. The B side is the red polka dot, like the green one that we did. This is a little different. The shade of red is different. Look at this with the little bows. I love this. I was talking to a friend of mine who designs some papers as well, and she has something similar, and I'm like, I'm not surprised. You know, with wrapped in ribbons, I love the bows. I had to pull them into this one, and it reminds me of wrapping paper or wallpaper. So it's a nice linear aspect, and another very neutral plaid, like a tone-on-tone plaid. Love it. We have this paper with the stars that look like all little punched out stars. What's fun with this one, I would totally go and stickle or even do some foiling on here, and it works great for a double page layout. We can do one in this corner, flip the second page and do it in the bottom corner. So I love that. It's a neutral. You can put whatever colors on there. It's so fun. The B side is a craft, but a lighter colored craft. So I think that these are for card makers, and if you like to die cut, can you imagine like die cutting out of this paper? So if you have some fun stars, or you have leaves, or little presents that you want to make, you card makers could go crazy with this. So then we have little presents, but in a tone-on-tone, so it's not a crazy pattern. I wanted this to be very neutral, so we can almost do quilting, paper quilting with these, that they remind me of beautiful Christmas fabrics, right? So I think that'll be fun. And then some little words, ho, 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 Merry Christmas, in this bright green. This paper, I think, is going to be a crowd favorite. So you know I like to do a wreath. I always have circles in here. I love sunbeams. Well, we put this in, and I think it looks like a star, right? It's kind of like a modern star pattern. That's the paper. So both Natalie and Julie created layouts with this background paper. I think you will see this paper show up on almost every design team sample. It's funny, you will know their favorites, and this is a favorite. So this is the A side of it. The B side is another shade of green in a tone-on-tone plaid. The stars, because you know we're going to fussy cut this, but I absolutely adore this paper, the star paper. And then the B side of this is a yellow, right? We have a lovely yellow tone for, you want contrast. Like, and that's my biggest thing is when we start layering these together, you want things that are going to contrast, right? So when you put your pieces down, they don't all just blend. So it's all done with intention. The type of patterns that we do, the scale of the pattern, the tones of the pattern, you need a good stripe that has all the colors in, because then it'll tie all of your papers together. So if you're using the tone-on-tone green and the tone-on-tone yellow and one that's the peachy pink color, and then you put a stripe on and it ties all of it together, right? So the backside of the stripe is this lovely little I don't even know what repeated pattern, and then there's little book paper shining through. It is done with intention, right? If you like to layer pattern, it has to have a mix of scale, it has to have a mix of color, glossy accents on those stars. I love it. Glossy accents, stickles, glitter, It'll be so much fun. There's so much that you can do with this. And I feel like until you sit down and start working with it, because think Christmas, it's a limited palette, right? Christmas paper isn't going to have your turquoise and your pink and your oranges. It is traditional Christmas colors. But you want to make it fun by adding a little bit of yellow and a little bit of that kind of mint green and a little bit of the pink, the black. And then when it's all going to come together is when I start showing you the rub-ons, the laser cuts. It's just going to be beautiful. So you have your last paper in here is I love large scripty words. So you have this red word, Mary, 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 and then another green. And then it all repeats again. So that is all of your 12 by 12 paper. And then I'm going to show you the 6 by 8 pad because it is scaled smaller. Some of the patterns are a little bit different, right? Some of the patterns are a little bit different. So we have gone through your starters, your staples, your 12 by 12. These are all double-sided. There are 24 sheets in here, 12 patterns repeated, but 24 patterns repeated twice, right? 6 by 8s. Any questions? Do you guys have any questions? Am I missing anything? I hope that I'm reading as we're going, right? But I love this because if your favorite store is an online store, I like that doing this walkthrough, if you can't go in and fondle the goodies, that at least this gives you a better idea of what it looks like. Because sometimes it's hard to tell online, right? It's hard to tell online. So I love doing these walkthroughs. I think it helps you make an informed decision when you're buying the things. I just buy all the things. Give me everything. Give me 2 of a lot of the things. But I know for Christmas, this isn't like when we're buying general releases, right? You have limited use to this and it's early. I know for some of you, you're like, I don't want to buy Christmas now. I want to buy Christmas in November. So, you know, it is a lot of times, don't panic. Some of the things might sell out, but a lot of times you will get a bigger like push. If you're a store out there, when you find you get a bigger push like after Halloween, people are like ready. Some people, if they're like me, if it's new, I'm buying it. I have to have it right away. But I always find that it is definitely, it's on the, it hits your shelves in August, in July, but it definitely will sit there for a little bit and then picks up when, you know, people are done with the other holiday stuff. So, but I love it. I love it coming out now, and then it gives you lots of chances. So now we have our 6 by 8 pad, again, 24 pattern or 24 sheets, 12 double-sided patterns. So 24 patterns repeated twice, okay? Because you have your A and B side. So again, because she is so clever, Janine, oops, I tricked you because that's not it. We have this lovely diagonal green stripe. So it's your peppermint candy cane in the green, or maybe spearmint, right? And that is your B side of your collection pack insert. And then we have, I went through, I think, and did all of these. So there's 2 sheets. This is your A side in a scaled down star, and your B side. So it's 2 sheets of this paper. Like I was saying, you could do it like that, which I probably will somewhere in there. I love that, right? It's not an odd thing, Karen. Your cat won't be the only one who likes the sound of my voice. I must be a cat whisperer, because a lot of people say that their cat will sit and listen or sit and watch when you're watching. I love that. So that is your first sheet, is the star scaled down. That's your A and B side. This is paper number 2. That's the A and the B side of that green, because I think that this is a pretty one. I try to be very conscious for my card makers, and especially with the Christmas line, that things that can layer, right? Well, I love Chrissy. Chrissy's met me in person, right, Irene? So I love it. Your dogs howl. Vicky's on. Her voice is jarring to their ears, so they howl when I'm on there. I love that. You have the stripe scaled down, and then look at just a nice tone on tone red, right? Just a nice tone on tone red. So those are your A and B side of that paper. I love this, which is look at a bluer green, right? It's kind of a blue green in the text paper. And then the B side of that is a tiny dot. So again, great for layering, great for die cutting. The stripes and the scale is smaller. And then look at, we put in a pattern that we can use like an A and B side in your mini books, right? Or cut it in half, whatever you want to do there. And that is your B side of your stripes, your rainbow stripes. And then remember, this paper was in your starters in green, and we've done it with the little snowflake on there. So I really love it with that mint color. And then the B side is the reverse, where we put the background is yellow, and then the little repeated pattern is white. So that's a fun one. That's your B side of that paper. A smaller scale of that craft paper. And then look at these tags. So I love them. The scale is smaller. It is a repeated pattern. I think this is great for clusters. As you know, I love to cluster. So I love that. Do you guys love the 6x8 pads? Do you use those? For you guys that don't do my class and you just kind of shop the stuff and you join me on Friday Night Lives, because don't forget, we will use a lot of this on Friday Night Live. Usually the month of December, for at least a week, I do a whole bunch of classes. And we'll do things that we will add on. So it's all like free. It's my way of giving back in December. So definitely we'll be using a lot of this stuff. But I like the smaller scale. Who's a card maker out there? So do you appreciate that I do tone-on-tone patterns and things that are great? Hi, Jackie, that are good for card making. Tags, right? Altered. So I hope you love that stuff. Perfect for card making. With intention, I try to make the scale and that it will work for your layers, for your cards. So that's your A and B side of that paper. We have a lot in here, right? I'm going to go through the whole stack. We scaled down this one because I love that pattern. So it's scaled down. So you're going to have a lot of doubles again, like papers. I love that. And then put red on this side. Like, look at, if we went in there and matted with this, I love that. That you totally could use that. You totally could use that. So if you were not aware, because I know some of you guys do like to get my kits, Natalie did put the links up, but the kit has gone live, and we are better than half sold out already, which Christmas, like I said, is a slower seller, but you guys must be liking it. It's selling very well and quickly, and like I said, when it's gone, it's gone. But it is already up on VickiBooten.com. This paper is one of my favorites. In this whole collection, I cannot wait to decorate this tree. And I have to tell you that there are, in the laser cuts, and there are so many things if you like to cluster and layer. And like, you know, when you use all those intricate die cuts, like you buy all the little Christmas die cuts, we did a lot of it for you. So you're going to have so much fun with this one. But I absolutely love this paper. The B side is a smaller scale of the candy cane stripe. And then you have a floral, but smaller scale. I love this paper for going in the album. Look at December observations. Isn't that fun? So it's all lined up for you. It's just easy. You could put 4 little photos on here, 1 bigger photo. And that is your B side for your floral. You know I do extra 3x4s in there. And then I just like to do things for journaling, because for documenting the holidays, I love it. So it's like enjoying date, location, details, December. And then the little like pennant, and then the little frame. And then the B side, this is the last paper, is a smaller scale of that pink. Right? So what do you think of the papers? You see what I'm saying? That in here again are your mixes, so you can do your A and B side of smaller for some people who like to scrapbook. only in the 6x8 size, that now you don't have to be sad because you can't use the starters because they're too big. You'd have it in here. I think there's a red, right? Was there a red? But look at this, works with that. Look at. So again, with intention, we designed this stuff. Now it's like I'm trying to shuffle cards, and we see how good I am at that. So yeah, I love it. Do you have a favorite paper? Right? Do you have a favorite paper? And you know, Jill, I've done a number of Christmas collections, but I feel like this is different. And we haven't even got into the embellishments yet. But I totally have been inspired by Dennis, and even how Katie did a lot of her papers, or does a lot of her papers, that the base is kind of on there. So I did it in a Vicki way, because I want to layer all the things on there, right? I want to give you choices. So I feel like these are great bases then to add all the stuff I'm going to share with you right now. That I think, like, look at, we're going to be on here for a long time, and I'm sorry, not sorry, because I like to show you all the things. So the one thing I forgot. Question. Do we need all of the 12x12 papers if we're only making the album and clusters? You're not making the layout, Sherry, but you know I use everything. And this is why in the past, like, you only got part of my collections, but for my class, I use all of it because I put all this work into it. I don't want to use only one package of rub-ons or only one package of the laser cuts. So it's really hard for you to pick what you're going to use and not going to use. So do you need it all? No. But you're going to need something from the paper pad. You'll need something from the 6x8s. You need something from, you need all of the things. But yes, you could probably make 2 full albums out of what you have. They'd just be different. So does that answer your question or not at all? Was there any other questions before I move on to the next? I love this, and I'm excited, and I can't wait now to share the class. Natalie, will you look at what the dates is? It's in November. It's in November, but I can't remember. It's all up on vickibooten.com. If you go on vickibooten.com, it's all on there. Will this work with wrapped in ribbons? I would think some of it should, but the only difference is that was an American Crafts collection, and then this one is a little bit more vintagey. It has a little bit more grunginess to it, but I bet you could pull. I often use some simple stories. I will use other Christmas collections that I have. I feel like Christmas, you definitely could. So the weekend is November 21st to the 23rd, but we will definitely be doing a prep day. I don't know what the date is for that, but prep, there you go, on November 5th. So that gives you guys time to catch up, right? So let's start going through our embellishments, and look what Vicki did for you, because now it's time for me to refer to myself in third person. Is I separated by like things so you could have a better idea of what the intention was. There's a lot of stuff, but I'm excited for every single piece that's in here. If you love to cluster, the clusters we're going to make are going to blow your mind for this one, because there's so much stuff. So this set is your journaling bits set. So in your journaling bits set, it has 123 pieces. You're going to have your pockets that are scored so that you can do library pockets. You're going to have some library cards that go with them. It's all set up for when I start to do the class now by doing this, right? I love this. Look at tea stained envelopes, but we're going to stick stuff in there. Right? Stuff is going to go in there. We're going to cluster. The branches and the leaves are going to be clustered in here. There's going to be so many foam dots used. There is going to be so much glue and clustering. It's going to be amazing. So like I said, with intention, I'm like, make it craft, because I want to add a rub-on on these pockets. We're going to put rub-ons on here. And I love that if you love mixed media, I've done it for you in the rub-ons. You don't have to get anything else out. You'll be able to do the things. So to give you an idea, look at, with intention, all of these different pieces that we can layer on. There are frames in here. These all pop out, and you have lots of different tabs. So look, with intention. Look how beautiful these are. All the colors. Sometimes with some of these, we're just doing black. So if you want to do multiples of the same thing, but you know I'm a clusterer. So I made you all the pieces that you need to cluster. And then with detail, look at this. It has the little perforation for your torn a sheet of paper. And then you have your other pieces. That is a bingo card. Look at the detail on the edges. Look at that. I love it. This, just a tone on tone pattern that you can layer on, but it looks torn on the bottom. Your little bingo card. Have to have a bingo card. I would have a bingo card in everything. I love bingo cards. Like I said, I don't feel like we need to reinvent the wheel with everything, right? And then bigger pieces, this is kind of like my papery, right? Kind of like my papery, but look at a scroll. So there's a Santa in here. Isn't this fun for Santa's list or for a shopping list? Or it could be a recipe card of what you're serving for Christmas dinner. And you're going to see when we get into the words with intention. So if you normally, you put your hand up there if you poo-poo 6x8 albums. You're like, I don't like to do 6x8. I feel like for Christmas, you want a 6x8 album. I feel like I would do that in 12x12, but I also love to do December daily, documenting the season. You don't have to commit to every day, but it's all done with intention. Look at a cloche. You have your little clip. You have your postcard. All of these are bases for all the stuff that we're going to add. A little calendar. So no, you love I love 6x8 too. I would pretty much, if I do the 12x12 for you guys, because I know you love them, but where my heart is. I love 6x8 albums. So these are the bigger pieces. Like I said, repeated labels. When we get to the stickers and all the other things, with intention, there's pieces to layer on here. You have little tags. And we're going to get in. Titles are important. And there is very little duplication here other than Merry Christmas. Season of Jolly. What is that? Very Merry. Remember this. I'm going through all the things. Hey Santa. You have your little clips, binder clips. You have all of these numbers are like 10, 12, 24, 30, 25, so that you could put them with a title like your top 10. Look at these titles are beautiful. They're scaled to layer with the larger titles. They're scaled to go on in your album. But look at Under the Mistletoe, Cheers to Joy, Time to Reflect, Making Spirits Bright, One Cookie at a Time, Dear Santa, I Can Explain, 'Tis a Season to Sparkle and Shine. So if you're dressed up for a Christmas party, you have now all your title stuff, right? So like I said, I sit and scour titles and does the gold shimmer. It's fake gold. These are not foiled. The only foiling is in the acetate and vellum pack, which I'm going to go through. Do you want me to show you everything, or is this going too slow? But you get the idea, right? Lots of labels, long banner labels that your Chit Chat stickers will go on. You have little framed tight border pieces. You have a pencil on there for your list to Santa. You have, what are these called? Boo boo, I just forgot. Flashcards. So they're subtitles. They're going to layer with the other titles. So Season, Bright. Oh my goodness, the clustering. And I feel like it's kind of reminiscent of Seven Gypsies, which I've been around for a long time. Worked for that company, love it. Joy. Then all your labels. But like I said, with intention. So you're like, do I need the 6x12 stickers? I say, hell yeah, because they're going to layer on these borders. Because I've done it all with intention. I don't like to waste your money. Tickets. These have little circle stickers that are going to go on, all with intention. And then look at this. Just this one pack. Look at all these. So all the things, right? Feasting, festivity, wrapping. So calling out all the things. These are also, go through the list, write the words down, and make yourself photo prompts. I'll do that for you, right? I'll do that for you. I'm going to take all the titles and I'm going to write them all down for you so you know photo prompts. So when you're out, you're taking pictures to go in the 40 million places we're going to have for photos. So that gives you an idea. Again, how many pieces in this? This is your journaling bits set, 23 pieces. All made with intention. All made with intention. Because now, right, they're bases. They're bases, they're titles, they're layering pieces, supporting cast. That's what I like to refer to that. That's your supporting cast. And then we get into, oh my goodness, seriously. Seriously, your icons, titles, and ephemera set, 187 pieces. Yeah, that's what I said. 187 pieces. That Vicki went and separated. I'm not lying with the titles. Look at. I think this is important, and I'm going to show you things because with intention, remember this guy that says December Moments. Look at, it's a little banner. Remember him. It's the merriest. Ho, ho, ho. Do you ever find you don't have enough titles? Do you ever find the scale isn't right? If you want to do mini book to 12 by 12 pages to 24, you have all these options. Dear Santa, Christmas, Happy Times, Merry, Meet and Mingle. So I feel like this stuff, you have those titles that are scaled really for the mini book, but for subtitles, you can work with your clusters. And then look at this whole piece. And these are little white ones that you could tint with ink. It says holiday party memories, all my fave people, games and good times, time to gather around. So these are trying to help you with your photo options, right? Do you like to play board games at the holidays? If not, now you have a reason to because you have a title to put on that. Now, kind of food things. Here's for your gingerbread house that you could totally put gems and embellish it, right? You have different scales of gingerbread cookies. You have for cookie making. You have for your turkey or your tofurkey. Is that what it's called if you don't eat meat? You have champagne or sparkling cider with 2 champagne glasses for New Year's Eve. You have coffee mugs. You have hot chocolate. Yes, or you could booze it right up, Natalie. You could color it orange and make it a mimosa with intention. Every single piece scaled small because remember I said don't forget this guy? Let's skip ahead. We have Santas. The Santas, normally I put them of different ethnicities, but they're black and white and red. You could take a Copic and color it to match what your Santa looks like, right? But look at this. Are you ready for this? Because I freaking love it. I'm just telling you, when we do this class, it's going to blow your mind. Look at, you can put that on there. I love it. Then when we get in with the little truck and the little snowman and your snowman, and did I say snowman? Your truck's your snowman, your Santa. But look at, we have a village. So we can go in there and we can layer our village down. And then when we layer our village, there's going to be Christmas trees that go with this. There are lamp posts that go with this. Lamp posts, Santa with a lamp post, all different sizes and scales of lamp posts. So you can do a whole village. I'm telling you, all of it was with intention. You could glitter the heck out of this with stickles or whatever you want to use on here. This door opens like we do, and Santa can completely peek out. He can be a giant Santa, like Godzilla Santa. But look, so many things that you can do with it. There's a wreath that fits on this door. There's garland that fits on here. So there is so much for layering, all with intention. Like I don't just do things willy-nilly. And do you also notice that there's not 12 million repeats of the exact same thing with intention? I am very conscious of, I do big collections, which for some of you, and if you're a store owner, I want you to have these selling points. So when somebody comes in and goes, oh my goodness, do I need both laser die cuts? And you're like, yes, watch Vicki's video. She's going to show you exactly why. It's all created with intention because we need all the pieces to layer. And if I only do one, well, how am I going to fill in a 24 by 12 inch page? Do you know what I'm saying? So like, it's one of those like, sorry, not sorry. It's a sorry, not sorry. And then each single package has different things in it in different scale. So let's keep going. You have lots of black and white branches. These are meant to use as black and white to cluster to go on the wreaths and all the other things, or you could color them because the paper's nice and thick. We have banners. We have pennants that you can color or add glitter to. You have poinsettia flowers. You have a whole mix of branches because I can never get enough of this. I can never get enough of foliage at the holidays. This one, and I know somebody out there said their husband is a mailman, a postal service worker. This opens, the little flap on the front of it opens. These are even a little bit debossed. You can hardly feel it. And then this is a whole stack of letters because one of my layouts is going to have all of these flying out like Harry Potter in Christmas. They're all going to fly out of the mailbox. I can't freaking wait. I can't wait to use this stuff. What else do you have? I clipped them all because there's 12 million stars. It's great filler. You have a whole bunch of candy canes. You have little labels that stickers and titles are going to layer on top of. You have clips that are meant to be fake gold. Look at these, can go on your lamppost. It can go on the front of the door. It can go in the houses. You have birds because Natalie loves them and she wouldn't know what to do. You have bells and stacks of gifts to go under the Christmas trees because I haven't even showed you those. You have ornaments. Look at all the ornaments. You have wreaths, more wreaths in different sizes. You have cameras. You have 3 different deer because why not? I love him. In that freaking giant snow globe. Yes. And then can you layer the trees with it? You most certainly can. Look at all different scales. So if you want to put them with your house scene or a little like silver bells, city sidewalks kind of idea. And then this is everything, like I said. And this is just your ephemera pack. Again, 187 pieces with intention. With intention. And then you're like, what else are you going to add, Vicki? Well, let me tell you. Then I need something that's kind of sparkles and shines. I need something that sparkles and shines. So one of the best sellers are these foiled die cut assortment packs. This one has 82 pieces. It is vellum and acetate, and it is freaking beautiful, if I do say so myself. And I love the giant deer because when you're doing a 24 by 12 inch page, if everything is this big, what are you doing with it? It's very hard to do that, right? So look at this. These are all vellum. I love them with craft. So if you use the other ones and you color them, you can do that. You have, look at, for layering your titles and clusters, these are all layered vellum borders. We have titles. We have snowflakes. They're gold and they're black and they're acetate. There's a whole whack of these stars that are vellum. You have little vellum filler, which are great for our clusters with foiling, black and white. Look at these. You have some foiled deer. And we have side by side. So if you're doing it across 2 pages, it'll work. Is Beth Arnold here? Oh my goodness. And Jessica Vestal. I love that. Talk about OGs. OGs. Vicki, you've made layering so stinking easy. With intention, Jessica, because it's what I do. So first and foremost, this collection was made to make me happy. Not going to lie. Well, that is a little bit of a lie, but I make the things that I'm excited to create with. And then if you like the stuff I make, you're excited to create with it. Or you like the things that you see the design team make. Look at all these titles. So some are acetate, some are vellum. Like, look at this one. I love it. Good Tidings, the foiling. Natalie used this one on her layout. I love it. Merry and Bright. Natalie, did you put little pieces of foam behind all the words? I think she did. I think she did. Look at 'Tis the Season to Spread Sparkle and Shine. Like, look at the stuff we're going to do. So there are tons of titles in here. Now, this was one of the things that when Janine saw these, she freaking loved these. Are you ready for it? I love corners. And some of you guys that did some of my other stuff, I love corners. So you have an acetate corners, and then you have these, look at these vellum corners. How fun is that? Look at that with the foiling. I love it. I love it. Do you have any favorites that you've seen yet? Or I want to know creatively, are you seeing lots of different ideas and uses? And then look at, these are acetate ones. And that's why you need a tiny attacher. I'm not going to lie, you need a mini stapler. And I feel like I want to take some alcohol inks, and I want to tint a whole bunch of my staples. I want gold, little mini gold staples, because I feel like I want to staple with gold. And then, like I said, with intention, look at, we have another snow globe. I love it in vellum. We have a clear one that you can pop up. This one layers on top, even though it wasn't intentionally made for that. It's made to be a frame. See? Boop. My finger's through there. And then lots of branches and layerable pieces that are just great for clusters. So you have vellum, there's acetate in there. There is foiling, a whole bunch of little circles that Natalie used because we love them with the foiling. So this is your, but you see it's all different. It's not the same. It's not all the same art repeated. Some things are, and the scale is different, but you get what I'm saying? So when you're looking at it and going, ooh, do I need that? I don't know if I need that one. Is it going to be all the same stuff? Nope, it's not. It's different. So those are our, like pretty much your ephemera packs. Those are your ephemera packs. I love to have something dimensional. So for this release, we have 2 chipboard sets, but they're different. The uses are different. Because I know in Flower Emporium, it probably was a little too, I used it all, but a little too similar. So people love numbers at Christmas, especially if you're doing a December daily. Then you have all of these numbers from 1 to 31 ampersands, different, excuse me, I have the hiccups, different sizes. So you can use them on your layout, you can use it in your albums, but people love the numbers. And what's nice, they'll work outside Christmas. You can use them for birthdays, whatever you want to do it. Anniversaries. I really freaking have the hiccups. Sorry. Sorry, and I'm drinking pop, so I don't want to have the hiccups and then burp on you too. So I'm not going to open these because I feel like that's self-explanatory. But they're chipboard. It's nice thin chipboard. It's very stable chipboard. I find the color is very vibrant on here, but I love that. I am going to open this one though for you. This one is your chipboard basics. These are chipboard bits. Chipboard bits with the numbers are 99 pieces. Chipboard basics are 55. This is your frames and my handwritten titles. Are they stickers? They are not, Teresa, because I always feel like you can add your adhesive on it. And this is what I have found. For the most part, the adhesive dries out on chipboard. It hardly ever works. It's not good. So I'm like, yeah, add your own, right? So look at, do you see what I'm saying? The thickness? It's not super thick, but if you want to make it pop more, foam dot. So I love that it gives you versatility. So the detail is beautiful on here. The cuts are beautiful. The quality of it is gorgeous. So we have Christmas, holiday, festive, 25, bright, and then some of it pops out. This is all in my handwriting, and I opted to go with color for this one. So you know all those titles we've been seeing? You have subtitles to go with all of this. It's mix and match. So you have sparkle, moment, bright, festive, 25, time, day, and then we went in with little lights. Holiday spirit. Winter wonderland. But if you live in Australia, seasonal tree trimming, jolly baking, and then all of these little pieces too. This all pops out. And then you have little book plates. And then, like I said, there's gratitude, Merry Christmas, gathering, time, caroling, comfort and joy, decorating, bliss, goodwill, and snowflakes, and they're all, so you see what I'm saying? We need the chipboard frames, and I tried to make them neutral. So when we're adding like our greens and all the other things, it's all with a craft background. So this stuff is gonna pop and be awesome, right? So what is happening? Did we lose the stream? I'm back, right? He could have called, but I'm back. Can you guys see me? It's back. Did you miss anything? So I just went through and said it's just done with intention. I'm frozen, no sound. It's back. So just read the comments. Sorry, friends. My husband's up there streaming a stock car race. That could definitely affect, because it is a girl in her basement, right? So it glitches. So just stick around. It happens. And unfortunately, where we live, we don't have competitive Wi-Fi. Like I can't get, what is it called? Fiber optics. We can't get any of that. So thank you. Don't quit. Don't leave. I'm still here. So that's your chipboard, your 2 chipboards. Let's talk about this. Laser die cuts. There are 2 packs of laser die cuts. I have to say with the packaging, this is hard to tell that these are not created equally. They're totally different. The sound's back, right? See, for some of you, is the sound back? Yeah, so just give it a minute. You guys are all at different points in the feed. Not everybody's watching live. So I don't know if Natalie's here or she's drinking her coffee. There she is, right? It's all fine. So you're good, guys. It'll come back. But do you see what I'm saying? To get everything on here, it looks like they're almost the same, right? So let's talk about it. So these are your laser cuts. I say die cuts, I get yelled at by everybody because they're not die cuts. They're not die cuts. But this, oh my goodness. So for me, the laser cuts are what is magic about 49 and Market. That's what I've said. It's magic about 49 and Market. I didn't even know what I was missing until I got these. So this one here, how are we referencing these ones? Laser cut elements. I don't know if there's anything that distinguishes the 2 packages. Both of them on there say laser cut elements. There are 2 package of these. So let's talk about it, right? Just Jody, refresh. The sound's gonna come. But for some of you, you're not watching live. If your little live button isn't highlighted in red, that you could be watching in past tense. So just give it a second, right? So on the back of this, right off is, look it. I try to pick elements that are easy to fussy cuss, right? They're easy to fussy cut. So I like that you have bonuses. And again, change the words on them. So Christmas magic, deck the halls. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care. May your days be merry and bright. So all done with intention. So this first laser die cut is the icons pack. This is the one that specifically has like layerable icons. The rest is really foliage. This pack is foliage. So let's talk about this. So what makes the laser cuts different than the die cuts is the intricacy. We can get detail like you wouldn't believe on this. So let's pop something out that will show you all of it, everything. But oh my goodness. So be very careful about it because you don't want to break things. But we tried to be better than some of the stuff was like crazy on Flower Emporium. But I can't wait to show you this. This is magic like I have never experienced until Janine rocked my world. Do you see what I'm saying? Can you see the intricacy in this? Look at all between the branches is all punched out. So when you go in here, the deer, it's all punched out. You have borders that you can layer. All these words like enjoy the Christmas cheer, Merry Christmas to all, Christmas is all around, the magic of the holidays, sugar and spice, make Christmas nice, a December to remember, the moments we live for. There are more little houses for the village, another truck. The windows all pop out so you get the positive and negative of Noel. All of these banners are meant to layer on the Christmas tree. I love it, okay? The snowman, I love him. So I feel like it's still super traditional Christmas. Now, this tree, I've punched some things out. So look at all those snowflakes. I love it. Remember what I told you guys? With intention, we created this. Because after we did the flowers that you could layer, I'm like, we need to have things that will rock your world. So with this, you have a fireplace. Look at, it's all cut out between the flames. So we can layer the fireplace. You have your Christmas tree beside it, right? And then you have your garland, or you can put your little candles, your garland with the candles. Look at this. I want, like, seriously, can you imagine when you foam dot all of this up and then look at, you can put all your little candles on here. We're making like little holiday diorama. I love that, okay? And then with intention, you can put your nutcracker. You can decorate your mantle any way you want. So now we have a little stocking. This stocking opens. Can you see that? There's an opening. So what can go in there? A teddy bear that I hand drew. Vicki drew that teddy bear. And look at what can happen. Now, it is paper dolls for grown-ups, Crystal. But look at, oh my goodness, did I just put a teddy bear in the stocking? I did. Guess what else could go in there? A candy cane with intention. Look at, I can put my candy cane in the stocking with the teddy bear. Don't you love that? And can they hang? Sure, they can hang from your fireplace. So what I'm saying is if you don't watch these walkthroughs, you would have no clue. You'd look and go, that's a lot. Do we need all the SKUs? It is a lot. I'm trying to be better. But I want, if I'm doing my Christmas tree, I need to put freaking presents under it. I need to stockings. I need to have, like, look at, I need to have a wreath that I can hang on that door that Santa's going to be popping out of, but I don't want it to have a white edge. I want it to be intricate. So that is why there's so many SKUs. Because I want all the things. Look at just these. Freaking love these. But you could not get this in a die cut. It has to be laser cut. Do you see? With the little bows. And then there's words that go on all of these. There's so much to layer and pop. So that is ephemera or laser cut 1. Right? It's very hard to see this on the packaging. If you didn't watch this video, you would not know of the amazingness in here, okay? Now here's laser cut 2, which is more for embellishing and clustering and layering. We need music attached to ephemera, right? I love that. I wish I could make all the magic happen. I wish these would sparkle when they opened up, because I feel like they deserve that, right? So here is laser pack 2, which is all the greenery. I love greenery at Christmas. But look at, here's a whole bunch of frames and pieces, more titles. Merry and bright, twinkling lights, deck the halls, comfort and joy, joy to the world, silent night, that you can cut out. So this is some fussy cussing, right? But now look at these layers. It is like, I didn't only want to do flowers. I wanted to give you all of the things that you will cluster and layer, like at the corner of a photo, right? These are supporting cast. So now we have trees we can decorate. Or you could do a woodland scene with that deer. And then you have giant poinsettia flowers. Like, look at how beautiful these are. And there's a lot of black in here, right? Yes, let's pull a bow out because you need to see the intricacy of these. Oh my goodness, it's going to blow your mind. So carefully, if you have dexterity issues, get somebody to help you. Pop these out. Pop them out, I think, as you use them. I kept telling people to pop them all out. Holy crap. Look at that. Right? So this is meant to layer. These are meant to layer, to cluster. So that is one sheet. You have 4 pages in here of clustering pieces that we can do floral bouquets. These can fill in on your wreath. Look at the wreath. So tell me, I want to know right now, would you rather it's only one laser cut in a pack, or do you understand why there's 2? My whole thing is that people only have so many dollars to spend. So I don't know, maybe I should dial it back. Like maybe I will go to one laser cut. Maybe I will go to one rub-on. I don't know. Right? How about 8? I agree. But you know what? If people don't watch this, they won't understand. And I don't want stores to be stuck with stuff because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm crazy. But yeah, sorry that my hand was in there. It was stuck. So those are your 2 sets of laser cuts. I thought we had a word on here that's oh, it is foliage. See? Mistletoe Memories, laser cut foliage. And this one I think says icons, maybe. Elements, laser cut elements. So elements, foliage. You guys, all of the VBoo crew you're in. You will do the things, you understand the whole thought process behind it. But it's a lot. So I'm definitely very aware of it. So even if I do dial it back so it's more manageable for you guys, it won't be less. It's less, but it won't be less. I'll do it with intention. Okay? Let's talk about these. I freaking love rub-ons. That's the other thing that is totally in the world of 49 and Market is a Christmas diorama. Don't you agree? You could totally do something that is not like flat on a page. So now this will be, because all of your staples, your starters are basic, but you want to zhuzh them up, you have these. Let's talk about this. So I'm going to just do stuff because I feel like we could be layering this. So this set here is your essentials. We have titles. Oh my goodness, how fun are these? And these rub-ons, don't be scared of them. They're beautiful. So we have the joy, cheer, holiday magic, yum, Christmas tree, traditions, feeling festive with friends, Christmas chronicles, photographs, special in the mail, special delivery. And then these ones that look like mixed media. Look at those snowflakes. I love them. Look at the branch, the different labels. These dangles. So remember the page that has all the branches on it? Look at this layer before we go and put like the little poinsettias on it or the bird perching, that these are meant to be like little dangles. I love, love, love them. I love them. So that is one set, right? That one, if you're shopping, is essentials. That's your essentials set, okay? And then you have, this set is meant to be your layering ones, your mixed media. These are your blendables. Your blendables. And it's hard. It's hard to come up with new stuff all the time. And I feel like even though I've done, I don't know, maybe 4 Christmas lines, I still feel like this is different. Of course, there's things that are the same because it happens every Christmas. But, oh my goodness. So you have a sheet of all these layerable pieces. And Natalie used this. Julie used these on her layouts. Look at this. Look at this. So it's fake gold because we can do metallic, but I can't mix it with a color. But look at these with the little repeated words. So let's put one on. I want you to see how these go on magically. They're magically delicious. So I need scissors. So if you're new and you're like, rub-ons, I'm afraid. Rub-ons scare me. So if you have a tiny attacher, I always staple my back to my front, so when I'm cutting what I need out, I can come back in here. So, and then just stick it down. So let's do a little something, something. So I could distress ink the background in yellow, right, in fossilized amber, and then when it's completely dry, do not try to put a rub on ink that is not completely dry, right? Make sure that wherever you layer it is where you want it to live. I like to take my stick and go across the whole thing first. So it's not gonna, because if you're rubbing, you can lift it. So I just like to get it kind of committed. And then I go in, and these are like butter. It is not, don't be scared if you have PTSD from rub-ons, of rub-ons not working. Don't press it like you got a giver, right? You don't need to. And then the other thing that I do is I love my pokey tools. I start lifting the edge and just make sure before I don't lift the whole thing off. I just kind of rub as I lift. So if anything hasn't transferred, it's just easy for me to transfer now, right? So imagine I could rub this one down. I could put a title from your essentials list, and I could put a dangle on it. And I am in essence making mixed media that I didn't have to get a stencil out. I didn't have to worry that I'm not good at making the art, even though that's a lie. Everybody can do it. It's just practice. But look how fun that is. There we go. And the other thing I like to do is with my powder tool. You do have to do this? No. But sometimes they're a little tacky. But if I put that on and rub it on, I'm like, boop. Look at that. You cannot even see a halo. There's no halo on these. They go on beautifully. And then, let's just put a word on it. I'm going to have to buy more. Yeah, I like to use my powder tool. I think it's helpful. Especially if you're putting it beside, like it's in a mini book and it's going to go beside a photo. You don't want it to stick. I just rub my powder tool on it. So now look at holiday moments. I love that. Just so you know. I love that. I'd have a whole sheet of these. I think we'll do that art again somewhere. And then I can lay down. I don't know how straight it is, but I'm just showing you quick. Holiday moments. So remember, I almost cheated. Do it across first. So you don't go, oop, and you lift it. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever done that? I'm doing it right now where I keep lifting it up and I don't want it to move on me. So I try to get it adhered right across the page. So other things I want to tell you, if you want to come and craft with me in person, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on next year. You guys were asking for a new cruise. If you didn't notice, because I have not even sent out a newsletter yet, there is a cruise added on one of the big ships. I think it's the Oasis in April. And we are going to have 4 days at sea. So we are going to be crafting for 3 days. Did you guys notice something on Sizzix? You'll have to go and look at who the signature artists are on Sizzix, because this girl might be on there now. And I might have a new collection coming out with Sizzix next year. So that could be happening. And so there's a lot of stuff going on. Oh my goodness. Look at that. You don't have to worry about stamping, messing up your stamping, doing any of your mixed media art. Melinda, I believe that Michelle has booked it. Yes, see how I just slid that in there? And you guys are going to love it, because if you're like, what's it going to be? It's going to be a lot of hand-drawn stuff, it's going to be fun. There's a lot of stuff coming, but I will update my calendar soon. I'm just finishing like details on some things, but I have a lot of stuff coming next year. So look at, woo, I love them. So imagine I could keep layering. I could put more stuff on it. Do you see what I'm saying about these rub-ons? Give you the freedom to add mixed media and to customize all your things. Well, I will be in Nova Scotia. You'll have to come visit us on the cruise next September. I think it's when I'm there. Somebody reached out to me about trying to put together an excursion for us too. I have to find that email. If you're out there, email me again. I live a crazy life. I'm finally getting some help. So definitely Look at that, friends, though. Do you love them? So what is your favorite with the rub-ons? Are you excited to try them? Are you nervous to try the rub-ons? I can't even tell you the joy that brings me. The joy that brings me. Because when we go to cluster and we do all the things, if you're going to do access only with a class for me, it won't be added. If you're supporting your independent favorite scrapbook store, I love it. The list is there for the class that I'm doing. If you're purchasing my kit, they're up there. I will be doing classes. Friday Night Lives during December will be a whole bunch of free classes. So I'll be doing more. So those are our rub-ons. What do we have left? We have our 6x12 sticker sheet. So this is another new thing, right? And so for me, the stickers, I love elements that will layer on our tabs on little frames. So do you remember we had all of those little, what do you call those, tabs? Are they tabs? With the circles in it. These are meant to layer on top of them. So let's show you. Look at, you have these. You have these that those fit on. And then you also have the tabs that those fit on. I think they're in here. Look at the tabs with intention, because then if you have those, you're like, what do I stick on that thing? Well, now you go. You got it. You can put these on there. You have Cozy Season. You have Mistletoe and Memories, because I like to put the name of the collection somewhere. You have Scaled Down Cup of Hot Cocoa. On your B side, or the back side of the sticker sheet, you have all these little layerable pieces. Photo time, cocoa time, treat time, tree time, road trip. Because, right, a lot of us get in the car to go to see Grandma and Grandpa. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Happy New Year's, holiday memory, let's meet up. So even if you're not doing my collection, but you're doing December daily, or you're using stuff that you have already, all of these will work beautifully with Allie's stuff, with anything that you're doing with intention, right? We do this every year. Christmas Spectacular. Gather together for a photo. It's time to open all these gifts. Cookies. This all makes me so happy. The one who cleans it all up. Because that's for Rich with a garbage bag on Christmas morning. Do you have one of those people? So this, I will take a picture of him cleaning it up. Giving is the best part. Everything is twinkling. Receiving fills the heart. Giving is the best part. Receiving fills the heart. So giving is the best part, is for the picture of me. Receiving fills the heart is for Devin and Riley as they open their 20 million presents. Hallmark movie marathon, Christmas break, shopping trip, bottoms up, mailing cards. It's time to party. Today was full of the best kinds of memories, braving the crowds. May your cup of cheer overflow this year. The moments we live for, Advent calendar, winter solstice. You guys asked for that. You asked for winter solstice. The whole gang, time to play, ugly sweater. It's a tradition. For fave holiday song, fave holiday movie, fave ornament, fave tradition. And I put fave so nobody gets mad that there is a you or there is not a you. Holiday market, concert time, time to bake, on the road, eat all the things. It's game time, holiday glow, 12 days of Christmas. I try to cover everything. Everything. So that's your 6x12 stickers. This is a favorite. And right now, you guys will have to put up a big stink, because I love it in all the collections, but we need to find another factory to do these, is the puffy stickers that Janine was telling you are going to go away, right? The puffy stickers are going to go away unless we can find a different factory, because the cost of them is just crazy. Question, is it possible that these large title words could reincarnate as cardstock stickers or laser cuts without white borders? Maybe one day, Keisha. Maybe one day, but look at you have so many title options, right? But I'm hoping that Notions has purchased American Crafts, that they can find who some of the other manufacturers of these. So I'm hoping, but for right now, I know, and you guys love these, right? So look at, it's a wrap, Christmas time, Merry and Bright, December 25th, I've been good, so much fun, Hello Santa, 'Tis the Season, Hot Cocoa, Fun Photo. So that's one side. And then the other side of these is Fa La La La, Oh Joy, So Very, Best Christmas Gift, Cheer, Jingle and Mingle, December. They're beautiful too. They're beautiful. People love the puffies and the handwriting, right? So this is all in, I draw this whole page except for these words. So all of this is hand drawn. And what's nice, you just have to, what do you call that? Weed out the centers. But look how detailed this is. So just poke it, weed it out before you even lift it off the page. But the detail is just amazing. So, you know, it's unfortunate with some of the tariff stuff that stuff's too expensive. There's not enough margin on it that we can keep some of the stuff around. So unless we can find a manufacturer, or some of the tariff stuff changes, some of the stuff's going to go away. Maybe not forever, but for a while, right? For a while. But look at the detail on that puffy. And the glue is really good on these. The glue is really good. So that is your puffy sticker sheet. I love them, right? I love the beehives in Dennis's release too. His puffies are completely different than mine, but I love them. I love that one you're talking about. It's gorgeous. So what do we have left? I'm going to talk about, there's some different things. So there's something really exciting that's coming. I'm going to share that with you, but let's talk about the album. Because we're talking about that possibly the custom albums are going to go away, and we're going to use naked albums and decorate them. And you know what? As long as I get an album, I don't care. I will not be sad about it. I'm like, we can put art on it. We can decorate them. I just need to have an album. So what is magic about these albums is look how wide the binding is on here, right? I try to do it very neutral. Is it just Christmas? No, the guts are, but the album, we don't have to, right? Don't have to use it for holiday, but the insides you do. Look at this lovely mint green. I love the contrast when you go to add everything in here. So these albums include a pack of laser die cuts. I'm going to show you that. You get some of these little interactive cards. You get some pocket pages, like that's a pocket page. And then you get binder pages. That's what I call where the art is specified for the collection. So I always love putting a little calendar in there. But a lot of these are very basic, just so you could cluster all your other stuff in there, right? So look, it's half of a doily. You have your pages. You know I love this stuff that you can work. Two sides. The tree that I absolutely love. And then you have 2 sheets of stickers that you have your reinforcers, your tabs, and then a couple of binder pages. These are sold in sets, so if you like to have these packaged pages, you can get more of them from 49 and Market. So this is all awesome. But then I feel like added value in here is, isn't it nice if you get things that you can do your title and your cover? So in this, you have this laser die cut with this giant wreath. You have these little the little tags. All of this is laser cut, laser die cut. I said it again. It's a laser cut, Vicki. The borders, look at the detail on these. Look at that. Can you see that? Look at the detail. Look at this one. Look at that one. Love it. So you have a whole page of borders. And then all of the pieces on here are meant to decorate that Christmas tree. So all the little photo frames go on with the clips. The little lights go on the tree, the stars on the tree. So it's all meant to decorate some of the aspects or different parts in here. and then different title options. And I scaled the words bigger than in the last album. So you can put December Memories could be your title with the wreath or whatever you want to do, and lots of stars, lots of clips. And then the B side of this all is colored. So even if the front and back shows, all of the back of the laser cuts have pattern on them. So that if you do put them in a pocket, you can see the front and back. So that is the album. And I have to say, this is the time of year, buy the albums. Go and support your local scrapbook stores, buy the albums. I feel like there's enough when you buy all of this stuff that you could bang out an album for you and one for your in-laws, right? Maybe for a teacher. It's a great teacher's gift at Christmas. So that is your album. That is all of the yumminess that you get inside of it. So let's talk about something that's super special and I'm very excited about. And this really was partially designed. I don't know if Cherie is still here on my 12-hour Friday Night Live. But I knew that I was teaching a Christmas class. And I didn't want to have you guys double up on products. So I went, let's do, when I went to see Janine, she had this stand. That's going to be hard to show you, but it stands up. And it is made for a flip book. So this stand, I love that we can put rub-ons on it. We could decorate it. You could keep it neutral. So you could do a recipe stand on it, whatever you want to do down the road. You could just take it off and change it for season. So this stand is for your flip book. So it folds flat in the packaging. The rings come separately. So I love it, okay? With this, we are selling... I took everything out, so let me show you. It's very hard to understand what this is. But I have to say, if you're a store owner, your price point to do one of these classes is, I think, very reasonable. This is a great project that maybe moms will come in and bring their kids when the holiday season is upon you. But it's a flip book. So everything in this package will make all these pages. And then if you want to embellish, you of course can use the rub-ons and all the other stuff. So I have not made the flip book yet because I want you to see exactly what it comes like, what it looks like when it comes out of the package. So one of the things that I thought would be fun is we need to do a shaker. So this is meant to look like a snow globe. In your laser die cuts in the set, you get this piece that you can then add with your sheet of acetate. There is a little acetate sheet. Yes, Pam, I will have but very few. I didn't order a ton because I had no clue what the interest would be. And I want the stores to also you know what I mean? Like I said, access only is going to be very inexpensive for this one. But look at the acetate sheet with intention. It will layer on here. And then you foam dot it up. And you're like, oh, do I have to cut the foam? No. Look at what we did. Here is your foam for all of the pieces, for everything that you need, and then filled all of it in. So anything left over is foam dots. Foam dots. So you also get your shaker stuff. You have snow. Or if you want to add your own stuff, you totally can. So let me talk to you about, I sat down when Janine and I talked about this and I started drawing this whole thing out. I hand drew the whole thing and sent it to Melissa. I'm like, this is what I want. So for me, I know some of the design team and people are like, but I don't understand how it works because now the page is upside down. So how my brain worked, and guess what else you get? There's no holes cut on here. So if you don't want to make it a flip book, but you want to add this onto your layout, you can. If you want to add it into a mini book, you can. You have a guide to punch the holes. Because when I make this class, when anybody who's coming with me to Texas, and when I do this as my online class, we're going to add other pages. I will add the project kit, but I will be adding like a 6x8. I will be adding, there's another frame set I'm going to show you, maybe some rub-ons. There's going to be things added, okay? So this page will be the snow globe, right? When you flip it, I'm like, okay, as if I'm looking at this, I'm going to look at the next page needs to flip up, not what goes behind. And I went, what can we make? Well, what about a snowman? So this one, the head is a snowman. You can put your photos up here. When we look at the laser die cuts, everything you need to decorate it is in this kit. So look at, I think this is super brilliant, if I do say so myself. I am excited about this. And I was excited because if you're already doing the album class, here's something else that you can do, right? Is Simon Hurley here? Hi, Simon. I haven't talked to you in a long time. So remember, with intention, here are for your eyes, your smile. There's a carrot in here for his nose or her nose. So all these laser cuts are part of decorating the book. Here's your carrot. Here's the little berries that go to decorate his hat. But I feel like this is basic and it's going to be awesome. But I feel like you need to add all the other embellishment stuff because we could really funk this out. So you have, let's go through it. You have, right, this is the front page would be this shaker. When you flip it up, the top of it, when you're looking at it, it'll be upside down in the back. But when you're looking at it as a flip book, it's going to be your snowman. And then the next page would be joy. But do you see how it's naked? Joy is naked. But there are laser cut words that you can foam dot on top. And then you can put mats on here. There's a mat. And then the B side of it is there's a border that goes on here. So your word isn't upside down on the back. And then you have the little photo corners. And then you have this tree. And this tree has all of these little mini Polaroids with the clips, with the words. And then there's also little banners that go on it. So you can clip that on there. So you can do a whole bunch of little photos on here. And then when it flips up, I just put lined paper on it because it's an upside down tree. But we can just put photo mats and whatever, right? What are you going to do? It's going to be an upside down tree. Then I love this. This is your second shaker. So see the little window? On your laser cuts, you have a window. And then you have the acetate that fills the window. And then you have the foam that's cut out. So it's right here, the acetate piece. And then you have the shape that fits there. And then you have a door. Because I thought Christmas, we could put a wreath on it. You could put photos on it, whatever you want to do. And then when we flip the door up, it's just a pink mat. But the word cheer is all in your laser cuts with a little banner. So I'm saying if you only had this and the base, you could make a whole project. But you know I'm going to add to it. But like I said, I wanted it to be that you bought it as a kit. It's complete. Your next page are your little photo frames. And then there's words that go on here, right? And then when you flip it up, it's photo frames. Now, do you see how this overlaps? You definitely could just cut your photo to fit. Or maybe up here, I'll do like a little diorama. Maybe I'll only put a photo on the bottom. Maybe my title and journaling goes up there, okay? And then you have a giant tag. And then there's photo corners that go with this. There's titles for every single page. And then when you flip it up, it's just upside down tag. It's big too, right? And then you have a present, a little Prezi, that there are little mats to go where you put your photos on there. And then when you flip it up, we put there's a big tag here. So it just looks like a little frame, right? The base is a separate piece. You get everything in the base. You get everything in the base. And it's not none of this is super pricey. The price point is exceptional. She really works hard at it, Janine, to make that happen. So then you have a gingerbread house. And then it flips up. I wanted to make this a candle, but this would have, I don't know. You could still. Like that was my idea. This could be a little candle. So that is everything. And you get, what do you get in there then? All of your laser cuts. You get the foam. You get the acetate. You get the piece that helps you punch the holes. You get all of those foam pieces. And then everything to decorate is on here. If you want to make it, just that kit. Now let's talk about something. because this is the last thing. This is our last thing. We wanted to do frame necessities because people like Natalie are like, I wish there were frames, like just more frames. So this is frame necessities. It's not meant to just coordinate with this kit, but it coordinates with aspects of this kit. So it is a whole pack of frames. These frames, though, also will fit, like, you know how the door has these little squares? Well, the frames in here are cardstock, and the frames will fit on here. So, Mary, I'll list everything you need for the kit on my website. There will be access only for this class after I come back from Texas. I'm teaching it in Texas first. This was created for Texas. And then stores the access only is going to be incredibly inexpensive. And I bought very few of these kits. I haven't posted them on my website yet. It's going to go up because I'm still finalizing. I want to add one more element. But to give you an idea, it's going to be this kit. It's going to be the 6x8 pad. It's going to be the acetate pieces. It is going to probably be a rub-on. And it's going to be these frames. But see the frames? These are meant to fit. So I can foam dot. Can I get this one off? Of course, I picked the hardest one to pull off with the paper clip. But I just wanted things that we could add. And then I'm going to do full pages in here. But look, we can just pop dot the frames up. So they were made with intention. Okay, so a lot of these frames will fit. And then, like I said, when I do the class, I am going to layer additional pages in the album, like full 6x8s. But isn't this fun? I think if you've been scrapbooking for a long time, it's fun to have something that's different. We do the same stuff all the time, right? Do the same stuff all the time, and I think this is really fun to just add something different. So your frame necessities there are some red and green in here, but these can be used with anything. They're meant that, to put rub-ons and stuff on here. I think it'll be so fun. But all the words are like memories, snapshots. It is not holiday. It is meant to be just frames, layered frames. Okay? So that is the other thing. This is meant to be an evergreen kind of skew, and it is called Frame Necessities. It is not part of Mistletoe and Memories, but I think it's listed with that if you guys are looking for it, if you're a store owner, if you're looking for it on Notions. But if you look up Frame Necessities, there's going to be other SKUs that are like this coming, but I think it's going to be fun. So tell me, did you have a favorite thing? We were on here for, well, this is pretty typical, 2 hours, right? I try to talk fast. I tried to get through it fast, but I wanted you to see everything. So friends, right now, start commenting. Tell me what your favorite thing is, or post something, because I'm going to give you a second, and then I'm going to do a quick scroll, and I'm going to give away a $150 Canadian gift certificate to VickiBooten.com. So you can use it for this. If you haven't bought it already, it can go towards this kit, or you could use it for access only. So it will be for anybody. Both of the gift certificates, I'm going to do one here live right now, and I'm also going to post one in the comment section, so you have a second chance to win. When this video is no longer live, make sure you go and post the comments. I want this video to get tons of views, so it helps the store sell all this product. It helps inspire you and give you ideas. It helps grow this community. So, share, tell your friends about what we're doing. Like, get them to join the VBoo community. Like, I have a passion about keeping scrapbooking, memory keeping, art journaling, mixed media alive, and we got to do it together. So make sure, if you haven't, subscribe to the video. If you haven't thumbs up the video, it's so easy to hit the like button. So I feel like, you come, you do the things, just do those things for me. It's super appreciated. Here I go. I'm scrolling. Are you ready? So I'm going to scroll. And I'm going to stop, and whoever I land on is the winner. So even if you commented 5 times, just keep commenting. I'll give you a minute. So I'm not looking. I'm not even looking at my screen. Giving you a minute, and I still see the comments are just moving like crazy. So my friend Lil does this, and I think it's just the easiest thing to do. I just love, you're probably, yes, yes, flip, paper, yay. Okay, I'm doing it. So you might as well stop now. I'm scrolling. Scrolling. It is Rita Ramirez. Rita Ramirez. Congratulations. Rita, make sure you email me at info@vickiboutin.com. Info, VICKIBOUTIN. Congratulations, Rita. I'm writing your name down. And you know what? You know what I'm like. I'm going right to the end. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to give 3 $150 gift certificates away because I love you guys and that you stuck around this long. Here we go. I'm scrolling again. Let me write down Rita because you know what Vicky's brain is like. Natalie, will you write that down and email it to me? Rita Ramirez. Don't let me forget. Here I go. You ready? I'm going right to the bottom and I'm scrolling again. Scrolling, and stop. How about for the second one is Dion Jack. Congratulations, Dion. So Rita Ramirez and Dion Jack. So congratulations. That's 250 Canadian dollar gift certificates. And then you have a third chance to win if you go when this video's done and you can be in the eye. And I want to know, tell me, what do you want to see? And you're like, well, what am I going to spend it on now? That one is, you're going to love it. Sorry. So just Mistletoe Memories. It is my second collection with 49 and Market. Huge thank you to Janine for really help. I kind of let the cat out of the bag with this one. You don't know what it looks like, but a gift certificate, then that gives them lots of chances. And it's so busy. We have Christmas. We're going to have the Halloween class. I want you guys to have time to get all of that because I know it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff coming. Super excited because Janine and Ranger and 49 and Market are going to be announcing their new collaboration is going to come out next Thursday. So guess what I'm going to do on Friday? So next Friday Night Live, we're going to be using whatever that new collab is. So next Friday, we're going to be doing that. So it keeps freezing. Sorry, friends. Like I said, Rich is upstairs. So I'm talking. Just give it a minute. I can see me. I'm talking. It's moving on my laptop. Didn't hear the Halloween info. I'll say it again. Sorry. Girl in her basement. And right. Halloween is coming out in September with the new release. So there is a new collection that's coming out. It's going to blow your mind. I think, and Janine definitely thinks it's the best one I've done yet. So it's a fall collection. It is fall forward, but it is not fall themed. It is not fall themed. It has some aspects in there, but it's not. But there is a Halloween mini collection within the collection that also will match that release. So it will coordinate with that release, but when it comes out, it's going to be all in one package for you to buy. So that one, I'll be doing a class with that, layouts. We've decided we're just going to do some layouts. And then the other one will go as a pre-order, perfect gift. So tell your loved ones if they're like, you're the hardest person to buy for, you're like, I can tell you, I want Vicky's new collection. I want to do that class. And then it'll be good. So I think, did everybody hear that now? Don't forget when I say goodnight and this video is no longer live to leave a comment of what your favorite thing is with this collection, what you'd love to see down the road. Put that in the regular comment section so that you have a chance to win the third $150 gift certificate. And I might pick 2 winners. You never know. But not here. Don't leave the comment here. Make sure you leave it in the regular comment section. So where you comment under a YouTube video, not during the live. So can you hear me now? Because I don't know if some of you, your no sound is that you are not watching. Anybody who's watching me right now, like watching live, your live button is red. So the sound is good. So it'll catch up for the rest of the people. So for some of you, you're not watching live. You're on a delay. So just know that, sorry for the technical glitches, but you'll hear all the details other than that, oh my goodness, friends, I love this collection. I can't wait to craft with you using the mistletoe. I'm not going to be using it till closer to the holidays because I still want to use Flower Emporium. I've purchased it all so that you guys have your hands on it, but it doesn't mean you have to start thinking about snow if you live somewhere where the climate's colder. But I am very excited to share a little Christmas in August. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at info@vickybooten.com. If you want to purchase one of my kits, it's at vickybooten.com. It is up there. Like I said, we're not going to, I think they're going to sell faster than Christmas is the slowest selling, but they always sell out. But a lot of people are like, I don't want to do that just in August. Question, September release is for January event? Yes. And I'm not naked underneath this. That just looked like I was naked. I have a tank top on. I stood up and I'm like, wow, Vicki, looks like you're flashing people. But no, it's a cutout. I was trying to be Christmassy. The main event will be in January because then I think it's a perfect for gift giving. But the Halloween event, I just have to find a day. I'll have to find a day for that, right? And I'll do a walkthrough. We'll do all of the things when that one comes out. There's so much good stuff coming before the year ends. So much good stuff coming. I'm sorry that there's more, and it makes you have to make those. Oh, the samples. Yes, they're right behind me. Thank you. Yes, thank you. That would have been terrible because these ladies made some beautiful stuff. So when I was in London, my friend Julie Taylor is on the 49 and Market design team. So I said, Julie, I know you have the whole Mistletoe in Memories. Will you make me a couple of projects that I can share during the live? Because I think that's a fun thing to see how the product can be used. So I'm going to share the 2 layouts she made, and they are beautiful. And she's going to post them. You're going to see them. But look how gorgeous that is. Oh my goodness. And look, she put so many foam dots on that. Yes, we love Julie Taylor. So look at layers and clusters. And she has thread. She did stitching on here. And then look at the laser cuts. Isn't that beautiful? See all the little elements. Absolutely gorgeous. I love, Julie has used my stuff for when I was with American Crafts. She has always done a beautiful job with this. It was nice. Thank you, Julie. When you're watching, if you watch, I love this. So that is one layout. She'll post that. You'll get to see it on her. Her name is Julie Taylor. If you're not following her, make sure you are on the Instas. And then this is a funny one, okay? So this is obviously going to be a big hit. So here is Julie's interpretation of the sunburst. And Julie is crazy. She stitched. I love it. I'll show you the back of this. Look at all the stitching on here. Isn't that beautiful? And then look at with the stuff popping out. And then the little laser cuts. And she wrapped it around the title. How clever is that? I'm going to have to do that. I love that. And then the flower, the presents. So this is Julie's interpretation of this paper. And I laugh because when I came home and Natalie had sent me 2 projects. So thank you, Julie Taylor. Beautiful. And then Natalie had sent me her projects. And she did fussy cussing. Look how beautiful. Making it like a wreath. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So you totally could stitch on here if you want. If that's not your jam, you do not have to. But look at, she used the rub-ons back there. And then she has some of the vellum, out of the vellum and acetate set. She is crazy. And she fussy cussed all of this and popped it up. So many foam dots, because I don't know if you guys always see close up of this stuff, right? Absolutely stunning. So there is another interpretation of this paper. You know I'm going to use it too. So gosh only knows what I'm going to do with it. And then the second layout by Natalie is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. How fun is that? I love how bright it is. She used the camera. This is the acetate piece that she put foam dots under all of the letters. So absolutely love it. With some ink, with the rub-ons. if you have that heart die. So much fun. Okay, missed a question. So thank you. They will be posting them. Any idea when the September line will be shown for us to swoon over? Can I tell you a funny story? I just have to tell you this now because I went to put my hand in my pocket. My pants are on backwards. I went to put my hand in my pocket and I'm like, why is my hand on my butt? Because my pocket is sewn in and my pants are on backwards. And I went to put my hand in my pocket and my hand is on my butt. I just had to share that with you because I share all the things because I showered quick before I came down here and then just went to put my hand in my pocket and my hand's on my butt. So anyway, sorry. I'm not 100% sure. I have to wait till Janine lets us know and I will give you an idea. I will give you an idea of when I'm going to go live, when I'm going to go live with Janine and 49 and Market. And I'm just telling you, just get ready. And mark my words. You are good. Oh, look at, I'm a mess today. Mark my words. I really feel like, I hope I'm not wrong with this. I love Christmas. I think I love it, but I know it's not for everybody. Not everybody. Christmas doesn't excite everyone as much as it excites me. But that fall collection, I know you guys, and I know you are going to absolutely freaking love it. Janine is like, I love that collection. So it's fun. It's going to be good. So I will let you know. I will let you know. Whatever you need, like I said, VickiBooten.com. I ship the kits to the UK. I ship them to Australia. I ship them to New Zealand. They ship from the US, so you don't have to worry about tariff stuff, and my Canadians. So you definitely can go on VickiBooten.com. With your access only is included with the kit costs. If you have already bought it or you've only bought because you only want to do the layouts, when I do the access only is very inexpensive for 21 plus hours of education. That will be coming because I love that you support me and I love that you support all of those independent retailers. You know I love my scrapbook stores. So like I said, I'm going to be doing extra. So if you're like, I love the rub-ons, I bought 2 sets, that'll be perfect when I start doing all those free classes in December of I do it every year. So it'll be great. And we're going away as a family in November. So I will be home for all of December doing lots of lives with cards. We'll do a whole bunch of different stuff. Okay. So shipping Christmas, not for a while. And I haven't received it yet. So it needs to be received. I would say it's probably not going to go out until, because we have to kit it and it's a lot of work. And then I have to get it shipped to Canada. So I would say it's going to probably ship the beginning of September. I would say, right? I don't like to, what do we say? Over promise and under whatever that thing is. Over promise and under deliver, because we're just 2-3 humans trying to do it. So yeah, the kits will go out, but it's okay because the class is not till November, right? So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, huge thank you to my ride or die, Natalie D'Souza, and thank you for the layouts from Natalie and Julie. They're absolutely beautiful. Thanks, friends. If you have any questions, let me know. Under promise and over deliver, maybe. But it is the stuff, like I don't like to give you dates on stuff because it takes a while to us to physically kit everything and do the things. So thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. It's a long weekend here in Canada. I don't know if it is in the US. I'm working on my cut and paste classes, just so you know, which you guys are going to love because I did teach that when I was in England, the UK. I don't know if anybody's still up over there because it's pretty late at night, but they loved it. Those classes went off without a hitch. So I'm working on the layouts, and there she is, Jackie Scraps from Birmingham. We did it when we were there and it was so good. So cut and paste, you guys are going to love that. Access only if you've purchased it and you want to do the class, because those kits were gone in 15 minutes. I will post that this weekend and I'll send a newsletter out about the new cruise that was posted in April. If you want to come and have the best time of your life, we have a blast. And that one is going to be Sizzix. It's going to be anything new Ranger that's coming out from 49 and Market, and a new collection from 49 and Market. So that cruise is going to be great. And I saw Shamel, and she was awesome. Shamel and Elliot Wonderboy. We did get, like, it was literally a drive-by, but I freaking love the two of them, so I did get to see them too. So yes, and then Jackie, we are planning an epic adventure back in Birmingham in 2027. Birmingham, Australia, New Zealand. What else? There's so much stuff coming. So something I'm working on in Canada that I'm going to reach out to them to get our dates on the calendar. And then as soon as I have the whole calendar and everything's confirmed, I'll be sharing more info. So if you would like to come and do an in-person class with me, that would be awesome. We would have so much fun. So thanks, friends. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm going for real now. Don't forget, when this is done, thumbs up the video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe and leave a comment in the regular comment section underneath the video, the little screen or image. So for a second chance to win, I will draw the third winner on next Friday. So it'll be posted next Friday in the description of the video. So you got to come back and check to see who won, okay? And I'll probably say it next Friday during Friday Night Live. No, there won't be a Friday Night Live. Maybe Thursday Night Live. I don't know. But next week isn't class. I don't know. Just watch. I'll post. Sorry, friends. Got my pants on backwards. I don't know if I'm coming or going. So have a wonderful weekend. Thanks, friends. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.